Days of Our Lives Recap March 19th, Shawn and Klaus shot, mystery person at Vivian's grave, EJ rages at Gwen. TLDR, in today's Days of Our Lives recap, a major shootout in the park leaves Shawn and Klaus injured. EJ's plot is revealed as he worries about Gwen bringing in the heat, while Dimitri desperately tries to get a concussed Leo medical help away from Andrew's accusations. Paulina is stressed, and an unexpected visitor leaves flowers at Vivian's headstone in Alamainia. JJ forgot his credit card behind the bar, so he went back to Brady Pub and ran into Abe. They hugged, then talked about how grateful they were that Theo and JJ were friends again. JJ credited Theo's grace to Abe's influence. They saw Liam, who told them that he'd talked to Theo and promised to do better. Abe was glad to hear it. After Liam left, Shawn came in, and while they were talking, he got a report that the SPD had a sighting of Klaus in the warehouse district. JJ left with Shawn to see if they could track him down. Paulina arrived to meet Abe for dinner, but she was stressed out and couldn't eat. She stepped out, and Abe told Roman something was going on with his wife and he needed to find out what. In their hotel room, Dimitri and Alupi, concussed Leo, couldn't understand why they were being blamed for Vivian and Ivan's disappearance. Andrew told them that he'd been waiting for years to nail him, and he had no reason not to suspect him. Dimitri admitted it was wrong to have Andrew kidnapped and killed, but someone just tried to kill them, so maybe it wasn't the time to bring up old grievances. Leo rambled in his semi-incoherent state that they were at the cemetery the day before, and Vivian and Yvonne were no-shows. So in other words, you were at the scene of the crime, Andrew told Dimitri. Leo defended Dimitri by pointing out that Yvonne tried to serve them poisoned tea. But Andrew saw that as having a motive. Dimitri pleaded with Andrew to see from his perspective that Vivian had more to lose if he could prove his innocence, and that was why they were trying so hard to get rid of him. Andrew and Dimitri realized that Leo was in rough shape. Dimitri wanted Leo to have an MRI and insisted that Andrew let him got back to the States for medical attention. Andrew agreed to take Leo back, but couldn't guarantee he wouldn't be charged with anything. Dimitri insisted he was innocent, but Andrew said he had to let the local authorities decide and couldn't help their main suspect escape. Dimitri promised Leo that the next time he'd see him would be in Salem. "Okay, I'll see you in Salem." The place where family feuds last for generations but healthy boundaries disappear in seconds, Leo smiled. At the Demerim mansion, Gwen was shocked when EJ walked into the living room. "Elvis Jr., darling, what did you do with your dearly departed sister?" she wanted to know. EJ revealed that Rolf had moved Lexi to another location to continue their work without interruption. EJ insisted that he had no involvement in Stephanie's kidnapping, and he was grateful she was safe and that they could move forward with their project. Gwen wasn't sure it was possible since her call from Elsa. Gwen said that Elsa told her the ISA searched the house, and someone broke their NDA and admitted that Dimitri had been held there. EJ freaked out that she was going to get caught when the ISA followed the money trail. EJ made it clear that Gwen had better ensure that the investigation stopped at her and didn't include him. He blasted Gwen for bringing Dimitri back and risking them getting away with everything. In their arguments, they confirmed that EJ had gone along with Vivian and Peter's kidnapping plot, and Gwen was the kidnapper of Dimitri. EJ told Gwen he had ensured Vivian would no longer be a problem. "My understanding is that she's missing, possibly permanently," EJ shared. Before he could elaborate, EJ got a call from Paulina. She wanted to know why the pod was empty and what he'd